It should be no surprise to anybody that it's now almost 1:30 in the morning and I am first starting on my right hand for this video. It is 1:12. And my alarm is set for 10:30 a.m. Hi, welcome back to Nails by Stephanie. Happy to have you. And this is the manicure that we're doing today. Last video, or last two videos, I did two different hands. I did a Christmas on the left hand and Hanukkah on the right hand. This time I'm doing the same manicure on both the left and the right, but I did include the Star of David just to bring in some Judaica, and snowflakes and some holly berries, and it's going to be kind of a mixed holiday / winter themed manicure. Ignore this. I smashed my thumb today and didn't even realize that I had cut myself until after I got home. It was a whirlwind of a day. I bought a new efile, I think 4 weeks ago at this point. And it's already died. The handpiece has decided it doesn't want to work anymore, so now I'm waiting for replacement on that one since it is still refundable through Amazon, but I am going to have to actually buy a fully professional nail drill tomorrow because the semi-pro ones just aren't cutting it. But yeah, so smashed my finger, my e-file died, and then I dropped one of my Dappen dishes and smashed that at work. Dappen dish is just like a small little dish that you put liquids in to work with, either monomer or alcohol, acetone, whatever. But yeah, this is now the third one that I've broken at work. It was an interesting day. And we are going to end it on a positive note with this manicure. So let's get into it. I've already started on my right hand with my Builder Gel backfill, and as with the last video, I am using West Coast Dips Builder Gel in Milky White. This one is Demeter, WCB 0009. And we're going to go in and start with the thumb and accent with Green Energy. This manicure is pulled from a few different references combined, and then I threw in my own little flair. So let's get into it. And I'm going to pause to yell at my cat because she's scratching at the carpet. Zora. Oh, it's Soleil. It's not even Zora this time. I think they're actually fighting with each other. But we're going to outline the thumb. Actually, first I want to wipe it just a tad. Excuse me. Alcohol. Just to get the tacky layer. Oh no. Make sure you use a clean wipe. That's going to mess things up because the glitter does not come off so easily. All right. Yes, so now we have wiped the nail. I am going to go in and draw a perimeter. Of course, I'm using my non-dominant hand, so it may get a little bit wonky. My right hand, or rather my left hand, took a while to outline my thumb as well. For whatever reason, I just couldn't get it even, or at least symmetrical. But you just want to go slow, take your time. It's supposed to be fun after all. Hope everyone is doing well and you're enjoying the holiday season. Things are really weird at work right now. The salon is unexpectedly slow. We've lost a few nail techs because it's slow. They've gone to other salons, although I don't know if other salons are really doing any better. But we're about half staff right now going into the holidays, so I would expect it to be busier than it is just by virtue of the fact that fewer nail techs you have, the more customers to go around. But yeah, it's just been really slow. Christmas was not Christmas. We haven't hit Christmas yet. Thanksgiving was really busy, and next week is already setting up to be busy. But we hit a lull coming out of Thanksgiving, and being in Florida. I would have expected, with the snowbirds coming down, that we would be really busy, but no one's coming in to get their nails done. So if you live in Florida, in Boynton Beach, and you want me to do your nails, I work at Lamour's Salon, Lamours. It's in Lake Worth Beach, and I would love to be your manicurist. So my left hand and my right hand, the nails are a little uneven. And that's because I did a bit of overfiling on my right thumb and then had to even it out. So it became a little shorter than I wanted it to be. And last week was it last week or the week before? It was the week before when I trimmed my nails. I over trimmed my right pointer finger, so that's really short in comparison. But I'm looking to grow them out again anyway, so it'll rectify itself as I realign my nails going forward. But you can see my right finger, well, it's a little hard to tell in the video, but my right pointer finger is a little shorter. So I had a subscriber ask about how I draw steady lines, steady art, just in general. And I'm planning on doing another video on it. I've done it in the past, but it bears repeating. I'll just touch on it briefly right now. I mean, generally speaking, I don't have my hand just waving out in the middle of the air. Over the past 3 years, I have gotten steadier, so it's a little bit easier for me to draw without balancing my hand. But usually if I'm trying to really draw patterns and get fine lines, especially straight lines, I try to, and my arm is resting, so it's not like my whole arm is just out here in the open air. I try to balance my pinky against my hand. So for instance, when I get into my other fingers, I'm usually nesting my pinky somewhere so that I can control my fine motor movements. I'm gripping the brush really down as close to the bristles as possible. Instead of being, out here, I'm, really choking up on it so that my motion is smaller. And I'll show you when I get back into or get into the other nails. But for right now, I'm just going to clean up this line. So that I'm not bleeding into I really need to be using acetone, not alcohol. So I'm not bleeding into my sidewalls. It's for somebody special. Yeah. And if I need to afterwards, I can clean up a little bit with the e-file. I do have spare e-files, thankfully, because I did not want to hand file my nails tonight. All right, I'm going to cure this and then go over it with a second coat. All right, so I'm going to move on and do the same thing to my ring finger. Going to wipe it with a clean wipe and then go and draw the border. So you do want to make sure you use a longer brush. You don't want to go in with like a 3mm or 5mm because it'll be harder to draw straight lines. And this is an 11mm.
See Oluwa don't bless me. Not true, no be ghost ride. If they say I didn't listen, babe, you're the one that I'm missing, girl. And my darling, would you wait for me, girl? Yeah, cause now you did cross my mind. Would you wait for me, girl? I know, ain't no distance, ain't no time to get me back to you, coach. Yeah, get me back to you. Oh, nah, coach. Yeah, to get me back to you.
All right, moving on, we are going to do our asymmetrical French. So it's going from the outside of inside of the nail. Excuse me. Going, the line coming up from the side of the thumb. So taking the hair off the nail first and foremost. We're going to put the point of the brush down at the bottom corner and go up at an angle and then around, itchy nose. Coming down in a slight curve, but really only, what is going on here? Really only about like an 1/8 of an inch down. I mean, you can do it as far down as you want. Actually, I'm gonna curve it a little bit more. And you can fill it in with your liner brush, or you can use the bottle brush. I did it both ways on my left hand, just because it's faster with the bottle brush. And then you can go ahead and adjust it with your liner brush. And I'm getting gel paint all over the place as usual. But as with my border lines on my thumb and my ring finger, I'm going to do 2 coats on each finger. All right, we've got the basis of our design ready. I think the next step that I took was to do the silver border, but I'm going to skip that for the moment and go in and do the Star of David, which is going to be very tricky with my left hand because I had trouble doing it with my right hand. Okay, there are two triangles together, and I already messed it up. It's a lot bigger than it should be. Yeah, let's start that over. Okay, so let's do triangle one way.
It's for somebody special.
Wow. All right. Having some trouble here. Let's try it with my hand, my finger sideways. Not centered, but at this point I don't know if I care. And then the second triangle is overlapping and it's going in the opposite direction. So point down.
Cannot deny it's a ghost. And if God is my witness, now you be my weakness. My no be boss. See Oluwa don't bless me. Not true, no be ghost right. If they say I didn't listen, babe, you're the one that I'm missing, girl. And my darling, would you wait for me, girl? Yeah, cause now you did cross my mind. Would you wait?
All right, so we've got the star down. Thankfully, I'm going to take some more of the green and I'm just going to put points on either side and then top and bottom. And it's going to be like a makeshift snowflake, maybe, if I can get my hand going in the right direction. So we're going to pull some of the pigment down towards the star. And then in the opposite direction as well.
Free flowing, sailing with the wind, not knowing how this story ends. Kind and brave.
And then we're going to also do, let's move this to the correct side, some dots either side of the larger ones. And then we're going to curve them in towards the original ones. Oops.
Grounded, steady, earth between your toes, arms wide, ready, love is true, you know. Come roll, you can borrow calm, piece by piece.
All right. We're going to stick with the green and we're going to move on to doing the ring finger. So, trying to think of how I usually do it with a dotting tool, but this time I just did it with the liner brush. So we're doing one up and one down. So you want to put down kind of like a teardrop at one end and then pull it in an arc around one side of the nail. Now I did both of them at the same time, but because I'm a little shaky with my left hand, I'm going to do one side and then move on and then cure it. So actually I want to clean that up a little bit. I'm just going to take some acetone and try to wipe one side down a bit. So then using a small, a little bit less, you want to put more dots along one side. And then cleaning off your brush so that there's nothing on it, you want to take the polish that's on the nail and drag it towards the center stem, just like so. And then we're going to do the same on the other side. And then you want to pull up slightly just to create a point on the leaf. Once you have it the way you like it, you can go ahead and cure it. I am going to cure it, but then I want to go over and touch up some lines. And now we're going to go and do the other end. So we want it to kind of go in the opposite direction. So the top leaf will be at the bottom of the nail, and we're going to curve in the opposite direction. And then put some more leaves on the interior side. And then drag it down towards the stem. And then out from the point. Just want to make sure they're connected.
Yeah, cause now you did cross my mind. Would you wait? Wait for me, girl. I know ain't no distance, ain't no time to get me back to you. Coach, yeah.
Moving along, we're going to take one of our longer brushes again, make sure it's clean, and we're going to go in with some silver accents. So on my thumb and ring finger, I didn't go around and do a complete circle. It kind of just went around one corner and then the other, just to add a little bit of an accent in. Just like so. And then for the French, I traced the actual French line. Although, is it technically a French if it doesn't go all the way around? I'm not sure. I don't think it matters what you call it.
Yeah, to get me back to you.
And then additionally on my thumb, we're going to do this before I go ahead and cure. I put a little bit of an accent on the little fleurs, flower type accents, snowflake type accents, whatever you want to call them. I'm not 100% happy with them to begin with, so I'm just trying to jazz it up a bit.
Live your truth and good will come to you. Home, sweet home. Home, sweet home.
You know, you always see all these memes with nail clients hitting their nail as they're going into the lamp. And I just did that. Putting in the snowflakes. Now, that's something that gave me a bit of a pause. I kept messing up. For whatever reason, I couldn't get it. I do want to pause, speaking of pause though, because I forgot to put in some silver accents on our branches, leaves, whatever you want to call them. But yeah, I was having a lot of trouble with the snowflakes for some reason. I had to look at a reference, which isn't some evil thing. If you can't get something in your head straight, look at a reference. That's why they're there. All right, let's cure that. But we're going to use white for our snowflakes, and I'm using my Madam Glam white gel paint. And I'm going to do 5 dots. One in the center, one up, one down, right, left. And I'm just going to start off with those 4. So for the top and bottom, I'm going to draw upwards from the center, or I should say up and down. And then for the left and right, I'm going to go in towards the center. Then with the dotting tool again, I'm going to go in between, here, and do 4 more. I'm going to look at my fingers to see what I did. And we're just going to draw again in towards the center. Now, using your smaller dotting tool, you're going to go to the left and right of the top, bottom, left, and right. Wow, lots of directions here. Oops. And using your smaller brush, you're going to curve them in towards... Oh, that's the wrong direction. Okay, well, we're going to stick to it because I'm not going to erase it. It was supposed to go in the center, the top and bottom ones, but we're just going to correct it. And we'll do it on, or adjust it rather.
It's for somebody special. Baby, you special. I can't wait it out tonight. Yeah, can't believe it's so. Yeah, 20 nights been so. Baba don't lose composure. Yeah.
All right, then you can cure it.
Would you wait for me, girl? Yeah, cause now you did cross my mind. Would you wait for me, girl? I know, ain't no distance, ain't no time to get me back to you. Coach, yeah, give me coach, yeah, give me coach, yeah, to get me back to you. Give me coach, yeah, give me coach, nah, give me coach, yeah, to get me back to you. Cannot deny it's a ghost. And if God is my witness, now you be my weakness, man, no be boss. See, Oluwa don't bless me, not true, no be ghost ride. If they say I didn't listen, babe, you're the one that I'm missing, girl, and my darling, would you wait for me, girl? Yeah, cause now you did cross my mind. Would you wait for me, girl? I know, ain't no distance, ain't no time to get me back to you. Coach, nah, coach, yeah, get me back to you. Oh, nah, coach, coach, yeah, to get me back to you.
Free flowing, sailing with the wind, not knowing how this story ends. Kind and brave,
Next step is we're going to take our dotting tool again and just put some accents on and around the snowflakes. So using the smallest portion, I'm just going to put dots on top of the white dots, just like so. And then some around the nail as if it's falling flurries. I'm going to do that on all of the nails that have the snowflakes. The last little bit before we base coat and top coat is to do the holly berries, which I was looking for my other dot. Oh, here it is. Couldn't find my other dotting tool that I was using before. So it's basically just dots with the dotting tool. Going in with the red, I'm going to place them in little clusters, coming up from the top. Some big, some small. And I'm not going to have them touching. I'm going to go back in afterwards. And of course, they just started bleeding together. So let's start that again. And that's what you don't want. You don't want them on top of each other because they'll just start bleeding into one large blob. So a little bit less on the dotting tool, a little bit smaller of a dot. And then some at the bottom as well. And then once these are cured, we can go in between and create some more. All right, so we have finished this manicure. I finished it off with base and top coat. Base to level out some of the layers, and top coat, of course, to finish off the manicure. And I really love the way it turned out. It is wintry, it is holiday, and it is going to be completed now with some cuticle oil because my cuticles are raw. Yeah, I did quite a bit of overflow and had to do some cleanup on my right hand this time. Something with the green, it just wasn't cleaning up too well with the cleanup brush. It was staining and bleeding a bit, so I went in with my file and my glass cuticle pusher just to clean up some of the edges. But that's going to do it. Thank you so much for joining me on this. See, I still have some more to do on this late night video, late for me. I don't know what time it is for you, but I hope it's not 3 o'clock in the morning. Alrighty, thank you again for joining me. I hope you liked it. If you did, hit that like and subscribe button, and I will see you in the next video. The next video, I believe, is going to be another holiday manicure. Christmas, Hanukkah, I'm not sure as of this moment. I would have to look at the schedule, but it will be up after this one, whatever it is. So thank you once again. See you soon. Bye.
Baba don't lose composure. Yeah, girl, my champion lover.